This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's jump right into it. Let's start with some news and notes. It's in the Ross report that you had a stinger on the April 23rd Raw here in 2001, and you had numbness and tingling in your shoulder, but you're going to work through it the next day, and supposedly it goes away later in the week. I believe the match was a tag team submission match with you and Regal against Jericho and Benoit. Do you remember this? Is this maybe the first inclination of some of those neck injuries reappearing in professional wrestling?
Well, it could have been. I mean, you don't know for a long period of time whether it wore and tore on your neck, but at that particular time, I didn't have a real bad neck injury. It was just the stinger went down my arm. I got it from whiplash from bumping, and it only lasted a couple days. But you never know. It could, that could have been the start of my next neck injury.
We've heard a lot about these really terrible stingers that have happened in wrestling, where guys just for a moment, because obviously, as they say, this isn't ballet, they worry or wonder, am I paralyzed? Does that even cross your mind when you have a stinger initially? Like, oh gosh, I can't feel this or that, or not so much?
Well, the first thing is the pain. It's really painful to get a stinger. And, the pain runs down your arm or both arms or whatever. It's a bit unbearable. So, after dealing with that, yeah, you have a concern that you might have a neck injury. And, the first thing you can do is just ice it. And after icing, you'll find out if you have the injury or not, because if you do have an injury, you're going to lose strength in your arms. If you don't have an injury, you're going to keep your strength. And that's pretty much how neck injuries occur, or how you have one.
Well, the April 16th Raw, you and Jericho are working a great physical contest. It looks like you're working pretty snug. You battle to the outside, get the upper hand, hitting Jericho with the ring bell. And Heyman says he has it on good authority that the IOC will allow ring bell strikes in the 2004 Olympics, which is a pretty good line from him. It's a good match while it lasts, but then of course Regal comes out to attack Jericho, and that interrupts the match. After the match, Regal puts the Regal stretch on Jericho, and you clinch an ankle lock at the exact same time. And then Benoit comes out to stop the assault. And we get a really unique spot here. Benoit Germans you, and you do a full backflip and you land on a splash on Regal, but they don't show it on the replay for some reason. Had you tried that before, or are you doing it there live for the first time?
That was my first time, I believe. And, we were trying to think of a spot that would take out William Regal and myself at the same time. And Chris loved to do Germans. So I told Chris, throw me straight in the air and I'll do a flip over and land on Regal. And he threw me perfectly, and the spot was just perfect. Couldn't have been better.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.